This is Jackie Helvey, and I'm here with John May, who is the owner of Dwarf Star Studios. Are you in Carrboro?
Yep, in Carrboro. Yep, about a mile that way.
Okay, where's it located if people want to find you? Should they go to your website?
It's a home-based studio.
Okay.
So it's on the third floor of my house. They should go to my website, and they can contact me from there. It's primarily a project-based studio. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean, John? Project-based. So if somebody wants to record a song, they come to you. Is that
right? Yeah, it's not going to be as much of a big studio where the whole band is going to come in and record stuff.
Oh, okay.
I've had bands that are 3 or 4 people come in there and record, but a lot of it is working on stuff that they might have recorded somewhere else, doing overdubs, doing mixing, doing mastering, that kind of thing. I also do stuff out of the studio, so I do live sound and reinforcement, live recording, that kind of stuff as well.
Oh,
so
cool.
Try to do a bunch of different stuff. Leverage it. Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons why we got together today was because the big news is that the Carrboro Music Festival is going to happen this year. It's going to happen live.
Yeah.
With real people.
It seems like it's going to happen.
Yeah. And you've been chosen as the director, so congratulations.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
You may regret it later.
Well, we'll see. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it'll be work, but it'll be fun.
Well, and the other great thing about stuff like this is you meet so many people. You will meet so many musicians.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that you'll really like getting to know, because the musicians in this area are very generous, and they always have been. We were just talking a minute ago about why we don't pay the musicians. So would you like to elaborate on that?
Right. Well, as I understand it, the festival was founded in the spirit of Fête de la Musique, which is a French-based festival that kind of expanded worldwide, and the concept behind it is musicians making music for the community. They don't charge anything, but they do it in the spirit of community and just getting everybody together and getting out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about the Carrboro Music Festival. You can pretty much leave your wallet at home unless you want to eat something, because everything's free.
Exactly. So no admission. I don't know how we could pay people out.
Well, we've discussed it over the years, and it would just be one huge mess.
Yeah, certainly. Especially with how many performers there are. I mean, even if we pulled off a budget, they'd each get $10 or something.
Yeah, well, that's why we give them a T-shirt or a meal,
right,
the voucher for that stuff.
And that is one thing, I've talked to a number of musicians already about this kind of stuff, and they're interested in, seeing what else we could do to support musicians, and I'm very, excited about helping to do that. We've talked about some stuff like a hospitality tent, maybe getting local businesses to donate stuff for the musicians. So I think that there's definitely non-monetary ways that we can show, more appreciation for the musicians' time as well.
Well, and the last live one that we had, we allowed the musicians to put out a hat so people could donate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, encouraging people to tip makes a big difference. Yeah.
And now, one thing the pandemic did was the musicians have a whole different way of dealing with making money. They have, you can donate online. Just about all musicians have that feature now, so they can put up a sign maybe this year, donate at or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like
that. And that is something we're going to definitely encourage. Yeah.
So we, right before the pandemic came and everything, we ran into a situation in the scheduling where we were clashing with some Jewish holidays, so we had to push the date back into October. So just so that people know, when is the festival going to happen this year?
Right. So this time we actually moved it up into September to avoid the holidays. Yeah. So it will be the weekend of September 25th and 26th.
Okay.
Saturday the 25th will have kickoff activities that generally happen late afternoon to evening.
And where are those going to happen this year? Do you know?
We're still working. We're still in the real beginnings of just all of this right now. There's a lot of venues that have closed. There's other venues that have opened. Traditionally, I think the kickoff activities happen at maybe the Arts Center, Town Hall, that kind of stuff. But don't quote me on that necessarily.
Right. And Cat's Cradle, I think, also.
Cat's Cradle, yeah. Indoor stuff, I think, in general.
Yeah.
And then the Sunday the 26th will be the festival proper.
That's the big one.
Right, which generally runs around like 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.-ish, and some other venues, keep going later, like the station.
Yeah, the indoor venues, I think, will go, some of them go really
They'll go late. Yeah. The party keeps going.
Yeah. Is Second Wind, what's going on over there? Do you know anything about the bar?
Second Wind's gone.
Yeah.
The rumor I've heard is that Acme purchased it. And that it is possible they might be ready in time for the music festival, but we haven't yet had a dialogue with them yet about that venue. That would be a great venue because that was 2 stages.
Yeah. So. Well, and Tyler's is out. I saw that there's something going on in there.
That's another one of those. So we just had the meeting this past week, listing out the venues that are gone, the venues that might be other options. And who we need to talk to about this stuff, and certainly Tyler's and Second Wind are on the docket of who we need to have a conversation with.
Right. Did you say that you're also producing the Freight Train Blues?
No, I'm not associated with that.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, what else do you think is important for people to know in terms of your studio and how to get in touch with you?
Sure. My studio's been around for a couple of years, about 3 years now. I just started to get some traction, and then the pandemic hit. So I have personally been waiting to do in-person stuff in the studio, and that is going to be opening up in the next couple of weeks now that my youngest son is going to be fully vaccinated and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So anybody that wants to know about the studio, can go to dwarfstarstudios.com and check it out. I've got examples of my work there and everything. Another interesting thing with the studio is that over the course of the pandemic, I did a lot of streaming concerts. I started off doing a triangle open mic night, is what I called it.
Oh.
And it was a weekly open mic. It was 8 acts, 15 minutes each weekly. And I did 15 weeks of that. And then, got a little tired of that. And moved on to then a monthly concert series, which was highlighting like 3 bands a month.
And where can people find information about that? I didn't know anything about that.
And so, it's linked from the Dwarf Star dwarfstarstudios.com website. You can also go to dwarfstarpresents.com, and that takes you directly to all the streaming stuff that I did.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I'm still doing some stuff. I've got a couple upcoming artist features now that we're going to be doing in June. So that I'm trying to keep the streaming stuff going, even though the audience level has been decreasing now that real life shows are back up. So,
well, thank God for that. And what about the Carrboro Music Festival? Where can people find information?
CarrboroMusicFestival.com is going to be the headquarters for all of that. The performer application's up now. The deadline for that is, I believe it's June 2nd. It's either June 2nd or July 2nd or July 4th. I forget which day that was. So there's about a month left to apply.
Have a lot of people applied so far?
Yeah, we actually have been getting a lot of applications.
Oh, good.
So it sounds like we're on track to have a good fest. I'm also working on getting a Spanish language application up there.
Yeah, that's good.
We're trying to make some pushes into some of the less represented communities.
That's always been hard to do.
Yeah. So we're really trying to get the word out there. We got PSAs that are going to be on the radio stations and that type of thing. So we're really trying to get the word out there and really get a wide variety of acts. One thing that I'm going to really focus on is making stages genre based.
Are you?
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of good opinions of people liking that being
because they can come and just sit there, not have to run from one end of town to the other.
Right, exactly. So along with that, I'm trying to build out as many genres as we can. We've got maybe 1 or 2 bands in a particular genre that would be great to find 2 or 3 more that would be able to make up a whole stage of it, that type of thing. And another thing that I'm looking at doing is some clinic stage. For lack of a better word, which would be somewhere where it'd be...
So do you go there when you're sick?
Well, that might be good, right? It's the COVID stage. So it'll be... hopefully nobody's going to be sick, right? But so it's going to be like the concept is audience participation. So, maybe...
Oh, cool.
Maybe you got a half-hour jam session. Maybe you got a half-hour drum circle.
And that goes back to the very... the founding of the music festival. The people at Fête de la Musique, I mean, in the beginning at least, nothing was scheduled. People just showed up with their instruments and played.
And just
you
played.
know.
Okay, yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I
So-
really like the idea of, I think it'd be good for families, getting their kids involved, and let's mint some, new musicians for our future.
Exactly,
music fests,
yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
thing. So, yeah.
Well, that sounds great. And I wanted to mention also that there is a Carrboro Music Festival Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah.
And if someone's willing to send me the information, I'm happy to post it on there. I think a lot of people go there just to find out what's happening and stuff. So
Sure. Yeah. I think if you just search for Carrboro Music Festival on the
It'll
Facebook
come up.
search, it'll come up. for
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's so exciting to have a new director, and that things are going to be live this year, because it's
Yeah,
been questionable up till now. So
Well, I know everybody's excited for it. And,
Yeah.
I hope I can live up to the past directors
oh,
of the music
you will
fest,
exceed.
And, I'm gonna try my best, and I am like totally open to any ideas that anybody has, because I don't have all the ideas. I know that. My direct email is john@dwarfstarstudios.com. Anybody's welcome to email me with any ideas you got.
That's how you come up with great new things.
Yeah,
is
yeah, absolutely.
Listening to the people.
Absolutely. And some people don't realize that they've got great ideas. So,
Yeah,
tell me
and
whether you're a
or they
musician,
think
an
it won't.
audience, or-
Well, that can never happen. Guess what? It can happen, and it will happen if you just tell us about
Right,
it.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And, I'm sure we're always in the market for volunteers as well, for
Yep.
anybody that wants to help out. With
Definitely.
whatever they can.
Yep. Well, it's been so great talking to you, John, and we will see you at the music festival.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks.